Darren Bach, come out to play.
Sorry, Clive, I can't come out to play. I'm playing Rockin' Cock.
Oh, how's that go then?
Yeah, that's quite frightening. But
Right.
it came good, didn't it? It's all right.
Ah, Rock and Cock. Yeah, that's actually something I remember um quite well from back in the day. Not
Yeah,
playing it, obviously seeing it
yeah,
in.
well,
Yeah.
but I was convinced it was in Porkies.
Right. Well, that kind of makes sense because
Yeah,
anyway, shall we tell
yeah,
people what's going on? Yes. So Heads
yes.
in the Shed time. Not coming out to play EA, unfortunately. We were supposed to have a guest star in the form of Ron Scott of this parish. However, he has got the lurgy, so he won't be joining us. We may through. He gave us a few. He threw some bleh, threw some thoughts out about what he thought about these films because for some reason, I particularly wanted to discuss our second film with him. But yeah, but he's sick, so hey ho.
Hmm. These
Yeah.
things happen.
Yes. So anyway, so the random
So hang on now, because we're
yeah,
doing
right.
podcast. So what's the idea of this show now, Clive?
Well, I'll tell you now then, because it's completely and utterly different from, because the other shows we do is just a couple of blokes waffling on about films, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
no,
this
this is
is
highbrow.
this is revolutionary off the hook. This is
It
this is
is.
we use a random word generator, which generates a word at random, would you believe?
Oh,
And then we choose a film each inspired by said word, and then we waffle on about films for a while.
that's it.
Yeah.
We're at the cutting edge of podcast technology, is what we are.
Yes. Waffling at its waffliest, I think.
Well, we're like a laser waffle iron, is what we are.
Is that see if that hasn't been invented yet, then I think we're onto
Yeah,
something. The laser waffle iron.
yeah. So like you have like a laser cutter,
Yeah,
like there's a laser beam that cuts metal and stuff.
yeah.
You do that with waffles.
There was waffles, and you could connect it to the Internet of Things. Um,
Yeah,
is that still a thing?
I
Do
don't.
people still talk of the Internet of Things?
That's that's like an early 2000s reference there.
It's funny. I remember once talking to someone who, well, wasn't very clever. Let's put it that way. And he was obviously um, in business with someone much, much cleverer than him, but he needed him for his money. So I remember sitting once on a job with this fella, and he was explaining to me because him and his business partner were going to get in on this Internet of Things, right? And clearly he wasn't the brains of the operation because I hadn't heard of the Internet of Things before, but um, even I could figure out more than so. So he was explaining to me, he was saying, "Oh, the thing is like, so with the Internet of Things, is say like you have some device, and then you can it's all connected, so you can access it, and okay, yeah, fair enough, whatever. And he says, so like for instance, when we sat on this location bus, and he was like, so say for instance, this chair I'm on now, right? Using the Internet of Things, I could like recline and stuff, remotely, and okay. Oh, oh, okay, feigning interest. I was like, oh, so I see. So basically, as long as you're like plugged in or on the Wi-Fi or something like that, you can. And he was like, no, like you don't even have to be plugged in or
You don't
Wi-Fi,
need the internet.
just anything.
So you don't need the internet for the Internet
No,
of Things.
somehow
No,
he
that's
thought
right then.
that it was like magic or something, and you could just, yeah, it was a very strange conversation.
Just thought generated internet.
Yeah, so as you can see, I hang out with a very high class of individual.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and my Mensa friends.
Yeah, the brain trust they call you, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the many things they call me. So, so last at the time at the end of the cliffhanger of the last extremely exciting show, we oh God, I'm already excited about what today's word is going to be, but we'll hold off.
Frothin, I am.
Yeah.
Frothin.
And the exciting word that was generated was wonder. So
We need to do this on the show. I'm just saying.
yeah, we do it on the show, except you don't.
Oh, did we do it at the end of last show? I thought we did it separately last time.
No, we did it.
Oh, we did. Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah. So that's how we build. That's why we have the millions of views that we do, because the tension
yeah,
is ratcheted up.
Yeah.
So
That's where the money comes
ratchet,
from.
that would be a good
Because
word.
we put an advert just before the reveal, didn't we?
Yeah, ratchet. That would be a good word to randomly generate. I might pretend that that's what it is.
No. Once
So
we're
don't be surprised if
yeah.
today's random word is ratchet.
That would be unfortunate, actually.
Why? Because you can't
It
think of
looked like a
anything.
fix, wouldn't it?
Huh?
It looked like a fix then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But if it was ratchet, I suppose the first film that would jump to mind would be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, isn't it?
Yes.
And then it would be
Toolbox murders. That'd work.
I suppose so. Does he kill with a ratchet though?
No, but it goes in a toolbox, doesn't it?
Yeah. Traditionally, a ratchet. That's where a ratchet will be found. Yeah, it's a natural habitat, isn't it, of the ratchet?
See, there's a world of ratchet-related films we could choose from.
Right. Well, let's wait and see if ratchet is today's random word.
Yes.
So
I bet you'd be driver.
Well, yeah. You never know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll wait. You're getting ahead of this curve now, Darren.
Or possibly,
which is where we live. Yeah. What's the possible?
What? Or
What's
possibly Murthul.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the random Welsh word generator. Maybe that's what we should do.
No, I'm not doing a fucking random. We have to look it up. Neither yours nor my, although we are first language Welsh, neither yours nor my Welsh is good enough at this point to interpret a random fucking Welsh word generator.
Well. But anyway,
yes.
A salute to our patron saint, MC Murthul. Yes.
Yes.
Gallu twtio hyn. I'm so glad we had an excuse to sing MC Murthul on the show. Well done. Anyway, so Wonder. So obviously, first film popped into my head was The Wanderers. And
well, you're the one that did the obvious one this time.
Well, yeah, but I assumed that would be the same for you as well. So I was kind of waiting to see what you would choose.
It was an interesting, nice
well,
little...
yeah, because you went with The Warriors, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then it actually pairs up nicely because they're both 1979 gang films.
Yeah, by coincidence.
Yeah, came out very close to each other. So we didn't deliberately do this, but it turns out paired.
Yeah, I was close to picking Straight Story, to be fair.
Oh, well, actually, let's talk about that a little bit, because I wasn't sure if you were taking the piss or not, because I know...
I genuinely did want to pick the Straight Story.
Good, because I know a lot of people don't like this or kind of think it's a bit silly. And I get it. There's that, the famous quote about Straight Story is Forrest Gump on a tractor, which is quite funny.
Yeah,
it is quite funny. But no, because I love the Straight Story. So are you very much? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's David Lynch at his most sentimental, and he does it really fucking well.
Oh, I've cried to the Straight Story.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's actually Mr. Trick. I didn't really get an opportunity. It's out again in theaters here. and I've not seen it on a big screen. But no, I'm glad to hear that you're a fan of it as well, because I think it's really good.
Amazing film.
Yeah.
Brilliant film. Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about that. So yes, so we'll kick off then with your choice. We shall start with The Warriors.
Yeah, now this I had some revelations on this one.
Did you?
But let's get into more detail first. Let's give him a bit more first. So Walter Hill, 79.
Yeah.
Good solid pair of hands of Walter Hill.
Yes, it's a good period for him as well, because it's between The Driver, which I think might be my favorite Walter Hill film.
I don't think I've seen The Driver.
The Driver's good.
I'll have a look at The Driver. Yeah.
And then so the other side of this is The Long Riders.
All right. Yeah.
The Western, which is also good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, and then he explodes with 40 Hours not too long after that.
Yeah, there's 82. I'm wondering if that's the first one after. He's a good run of and The Driver. You got good films as well. I mean, I'm not such a huge fan of Streets of Fire and stuff like that, although I know some people.
I've got a fondness for Crossroads, I have to say.
Fuck, I don't think I've seen Crossroads in maybe close to 40 years.
Yeah, same. Yeah, the last time I saw Crossroads, I'm pretty sure it was on a portable telly about that big. In the early 90s at the latest.
I would be very curious to go back and watch, because it could go either way. It could be awful beyond belief.
Yeah.
Or I can imagine it's the kind of film that might have dated surprisingly well.
Yeah, my gut says it's not a bad little film still. But it is Ralph Macchio, isn't it?
It is Ralph Macchio, yeah.
Yeah, he is quite annoying though.
Well, not that so much. I think what's turning me off it a little bit is, so if I remember at the kind of dueling guitar thing at the end, which the thing that puts me off a little bit is I think the person doubling for Ralph Macchio, I think, is Steve Vai, if I remember correctly.
It's famously Steve Vai, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all like, rather than actually like cool.
It's not blues. It's
Robert Johnson. No, it's guitar wankery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That
bit puts me off. That was quite good. What I did there. It's exactly what Steve Vai sounds like. Woo! Yeah.
Not far off.
Well, see, I'm gonna break in. That's actually Steve Vai couldn't even play guitar. He just went into the studio without the guitar, walked up to the microphone and went woo, and then put it out.
I'll tell you why. It's because he forgot his bagpipes that day and he was freestyling.
Yes, so
that's how you play the bagpipes.
Blown the lid off the career.
Bagpipes. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Hot take. We'll put that on the clickbait on the.
Yeah.
Clive slams.
Yeah.
Music of Steve Vai. Yeah.
Right. So we're not talking about Crossroads either.
No.
But I'm gonna try and shoehorn that into a future opportunity.
Today's random word might be Crossroads.
Well, you never know.
No. In which case we'll have to do every episode of the long-running TV soap opera.
Well, there was that thing as well. Russell T Davies did that drama about the woman who was on Crossroads that couldn't act, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I don't remember her name. But yeah, she was sacked from Crossroads and it was a big drama. And he did a drama about it with Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this a recent thing?
Yeah, I think last year or two.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I did end up watching it. It's all right. That's okay.
Yeah,
but again, you get Russell T Davies. He's
I was just about to say he's yeah. Yeah,
You know, when he's good, he's good, but when he's bad, he's fucking Carla Lane, isn't he? So
right, right. Yeah,
that's my hot take. That's my
there we
hot
go.
take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. That's the other clickbait. Darren takes down Russell T Davis. So
Very good.
back to the
So Warriors.
matter at hand. So
Yeah.
what's going on in the Warriors, Darren?
Well, something I hadn't realised, and I don't know if this is a director's cut thing or this is in the original, because I haven't seen it in a long, long time.
Which did you watch for this?
Director's cut, the one with the comic panels.
Okay, right.
Yeah. I hadn't realised that this is not actually set in 1979.
Oh, hang on now. This is interesting me because, and now hang on, Darren. You didn't get really confused, did you? You didn't think
Oh.
this is set in ancient Greece because of the new intro.
No. Oh, hang on. Oh, I might have got it wrong actually. No, fucking hell, I'll have to go and watch it again now. Because
As far as I know, it's a contemporary setting.
Huh?
As far as I know, it's a contemporary setting, the Warriors, right?
Yeah, but so you've got the ancient Greek thing, right? And that's kind of highlighted by the Cyrus thing, because Cyrus was the king of the Persians during the Peloponnesian War and all that.
Yeah. So for context, the Warriors is based on a novel by Solyuric, which itself is inspired by Xenophon's Anabasis, right? So yeah,
Yes.
so you get Cyrus and Ajax and stuff like that, and the basic kind of story.
I got it wrong.
Right. Yes, I think you might have done. Yeah.
I got it. See, because you had that little sort of comic panel at the start about this ancient battle, right? And then it said sometime in the future.
Oh,
But the future it's referring to is the ancient Greek future,
yes,
not our future.
Yes.
So I thought,
right.
I never knew this was fucking science fiction.
Right.
And that formed part of my review. So I'm glad I didn't write that down or say it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no. It's nice to see. It's nice to see education in real time and how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, anyway, so
to get ahead of this as well, just to get it out of the way, because it is kind of an annoying thing. So yes, the Warriors comes out and there's a so-called director's cut, which I think so there's a Warriors video game, isn't there, from 2005 or something. So I think around the same time they put out. I can imagine. I don't know if it's. I can imagine a Warriors game being quite good fun. That's it. It's good. It's a good setup for a video game.
A good side scroller on the Sega Master System.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like a Double Dragon. You know.
I'd like to see the sprite for David Patrick Kelly.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I hope it's like, yeah. Is it Double Dragon or which of those side-scrolling beat 'em ups is like their heads are huge and they got little tiny bodies? That I'd like to see it that kind of look.
Yeah. I don't think that's Double Dragon.
No. I don't know what I'm thinking of, but
no. Double Dragon, I think, is the one where they beat up the car, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
You get to beat up the car.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm quite in the mood for a side-scrolling beat 'em up now.
Yeah.
I've played one of them in a long time.
Yeah. No. So anyway, so it's not set in the future.
No, unless you're an ancient Greek. So if you're an ancient Greek watching this, welcome, and I applaud your adoption of modern technology. This is quite remarkable. Yeah.
Although
maybe an oracle is what, maybe Delphi, someone in Delphi is watching this.
That's it. But I did spend the whole time I rewatched this thinking that it is actually set in the future. But I misunderstood the caption. And it still works, even though everything does look like the 70s.
The future does look suspiciously like 1979, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's also kind of ridiculous. The whole fucking concept is a bit stupid. Right?
Yeah, well, hang on. Let me just finish the thought. So they put out this director's cut, which basically is almost exactly the same except they put in these slightly naff looking, like comic book panel wipe things.
Yeah.
And there's an intro which makes the connection to the Anabasis explicit, and it's cheap, chintzy looking, isn't it? The voiceover,
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
and it's like, yeah. So stick with the original theatrical, as I'm saying, because there's nothing in here that isn't in the original.
No.
And the original just starts so nicely with that the big wheel at Coney Island, and the synth score comes in. It's like, yeah, you don't want to interrupt that with some faffing about at the beginning.
No. Well, that'll be why sometime in the future took me by surprise then, because it's not in the other.
Well, you are a walking example of why you should stay away from the director's cut, because it's obviously it'll confuse some of you out there.
Yes, some of you, or just me.
Yes. Darren was pondering that all the way on the Sunshine Coach. How could this be?
Those windows didn't even get licked. I was thinking so hard. Not a single drop of my saliva went on those windows. So anyway, but I maintain this. The premise is fucking ridiculous. It's stupid.
Well, right? What is the premise then, Darren? Before you
okay, so the premise is all the gangs in New York, right? All street gangs in New York have a conclave in a stadium.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, right. So there's literally a whole fucking like football stadium full of gangs, and you're only allowed to bring 9 members and no weapons.
Is it? I think it's is it in Brooklyn? Is it? I think they meet, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
I think so, because I used to think it was Central Park, but it's not Central Park. I think they mentioned Brooklyn, and the reason I bring it up is because that where is Brooklyn Park? Is that where Brooklyn Zoo is? Because that ties in with our kung fu.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. But anyway, so there's this big conclave of gangs, right? And all the gangs are dressed fucking ridiculously, right?
Well, I mean, they're gangs, right?
Yeah, but come on, you got the fucking there's a gang dressed like fucking mimes, right? There's a gang, right, dressed like fucking multicolored Kiss with dungarees on.
Are you saying, Darren? Are you even suggesting that the Warriors is not authentic down to the last eating? Is this another hot take?
Yeah. And when I eventually do go to New York, no doubt I will be mugged by a mime gang.
Well, no, the worst, yeah. The worst would be the most pathetic of the gangs, the orphans, right? The ones that don't even get invited to the.
Yeah, they're just shit. Yeah. But I do. But that's also what I like about it. Right? Is because
I think so. That's part of the charm, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it is fucking stupid from the get go, right?
Yeah, but it's stupid with with what's the word I'm looking for? Like it has the courage of its convictions. It plays it straight, right? There's no.
It plays it straight.
No tongue in cheek about it. It's very Walter Hill in that way. It's like
it is.
Yeah.
And but it's not without it. It's not without irony, and it does actually know what it's doing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So not a stupid film, but there are elements of the film that are stupid.
I've never actually read. I've managed to get myself a copy. I didn't manage to read it in time for this stuff. But have you ever read the Sol Ulrich novel?
No.
No,
I'd be interested to. But
I'll send you a copy.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So and amongst this big conclave of 1,000 fucking people, which would mean there are more than 100 gangs in New York, all with different costumes and makeup.
Well, the number of gangs, I actually think that's probably very believable because
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, 100 gangs is not a lot for a big city. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even since, I mean, I remember, why was I, I'm trying to think why I was looking this up. For some of the podcasts we did, we were looking into gang. Yeah, and like, even like back, like in the 50s or something, like, even like one small area like the Bronx or something would have more gangs than you would think. Like, because some gangs would literally just have like one street would be, and then you'd go one street over and it's the Skulls, and then one street over it's the
Yeah.
Banshees or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. So anyway, they have this big conclave of gangs, and presumably the biggest gang in New York is in charge of the conclave, and this is this dude Cyrus, who's called a meeting. The nature of which actually I've forgotten. Not quite sure what it's all about.
Just to
Do you
get,
remember why he called the meeting?
yeah, to take over the city, I suppose, if they all band together, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
By the way,
And
I'm assuming you've got the call as well from Mr. Scorsese. He's wanting us as consultants on the Gangs of Sauron project he's got coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm done. I am actually holding out for some more cash on that one.
Right.
He said he's going to talk to the studio. It's a bit, you know how it is.
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't get out of bed for less than $500,000 consultancy.
Well, no, I mean, yeah.
So quite cheap. I'm available.
Yeah.
Producers. Anyway,
worth every penny.
Yes. So and you're not allowed to bring any weapons to this big conclave in the stadium. But someone brings a weapon and shoots Cyrus and kills him.
Not just anyone, Darren. David Patrick Kelly.
Exactly.
Who is a joy to behold in this film.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Great.
And this is his signature role as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. This is, it's going to be on his tombstone, isn't it? This one, I think.
Yeah. Quite possibly the reason he gets the roles he does or did.
Yeah, because he does this whole, like, I don't know, he's like acting with his chin and his nose, isn't he? He's like, he could be the Wicked Witch of the West, couldn't he? I think.
He's basically gurning throughout.
Yeah. It's good gurning, though.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good gurning. Yeah. And he's, and as Clive so mesmerically impersonated him at the start of the podcast.
Right. That's right. Unfortunately, I don't have the Coke bottles.
No. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Bit overdone, but never mind. So Cyrus gets shot, and then all fucking hell breaks loose, and David Patrick Kelly blames the Warriors for reasons unknown.
Yeah.
And then everyone goes after the Warriors.
Literally
and the Warriors
just going, they did it! The Warriors! They did it! They shot Cyrus! Yeah, and everyone's, all right then. Yeah.
Mesmeric.
Yes.
As I said.
Thank you very much.
And then this is the meat and bones then of the story. This is where the wonder comes in.
Right.
If anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
And then they're on a mission to get back to their turf, which is in Coney Island.
Right.
Which is miles away.
Yeah.
Through various means, and they have to traverse all these locales.
Yes, because all the other gangs are on the lookout for them, right?
Yeah.
Most memorably, I suppose everyone remembers the Baseball Furies, right? They're the iconic ones who are on I think they were on the VHS cover, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yeah. And again, they kind of have Kiss-like makeup, don't they? Like brightly coloured.
Yes.
Like Kiss makeup.
Yes.
And they wear dungarees and have baseball caps.
Yes.
And
because I think
they wear baseball uniforms, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a different gang that wear dungarees. That's the roller skating gang, isn't it?
The roller skating gang. Yeah. So the VHS so it's interesting as well. So this would have been a pretty massive hit in theaters, caused controversy as well because gangs went to see it and like fucked up theater seats and stuff like that. The same as like when amazing now that people got so excited to hear Rock Around the Clock, which is, you know, very much like a old person's novelty hit when you hear it now. When the clock strikes
Oh, yeah.
one, and you can
Yeah.
imagine men in pipes dancing to it.
Exactly. Well, they're probably in the 50s. They probably were, everyone was in a suit, and they
Well, I
probably
don't know if
more than a few
juvenile
pints.
delinquents were in suits, but yeah, but they were
But they
slashing
were in
seats,
suits.
were they? Because they were so
Oh,
fucking excited by Rock Around the
well,
Clock.
Rock Around the Clock. Rock Around the Clock is before the leather jackets and the teddy boys. Everyone's dressed in a fucking suit and tie in 1956 or whenever that came out.
I don't think school kids were.
Well, I don't know.
Well, anyway, they got
Yeah,
excited and they cut up cinema seats anyway. Although
yeah,
I'm sure the reports were, you know, overdone. But anyway,
yeah,
so apparently that's what was happening in, you know, the
yeah.
Warriors as well. And then, but yes, but it was would have been a massive VHS hit as well. Um,
Hmm.
I think that's where I first saw it, and then saw it
Yes,
again because I remember it was shown on Moviedrome, but it was shown
yes.
in the Mark Cousins iteration of
Oh,
Moviedrome.
was it? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah, I
I
still
mean,
remember
it's
seeing that movie.
yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah. So the thing with I've come over the years to appreciate Mark Cousins a bit more because he's done some interesting documentaries and he is genuinely someone who has a love of a wide range of a lot of cinema.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
would have got on with his Moviedrome more if it hadn't have had that fucking intro that it had.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, like the New York subway or something, wasn't it? And
No, no, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. It's fucking it's Paris, and
oh yeah.
he's on like a bus or a streetcar or something that drops him off in front of it with the music going like
Oh God, yeah.
oh. You could almost
Well,
feel a berry growing out of your head as you watch it, right?
yeah, I've got like David Cronenberg bongos growing out of my torso.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's quite horrendous that anyone ever allowed that intro to be broadcast on television.
yeah, well,
Uh,
you know what? I could
Other than
forgive
that,
David.
he was fine. But apart
No,
from he
no, he
said
wasn't fine.
sublime too much.
He
But
wasn't. No, he wasn't fine. His delivery was fucking awful, and he came across as really fucking pretentious.
I didn't mind him. I
No, no,
thought
I
he
mean the
was
content was good.
sublime, in fact.
The content was good. I'm never going to knock Movie Dome, but
No.
he was a pretentious fucking arse on there.
Well, certainly that intro was yeah, check it out, yo, on that YouTube. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it and annoy myself.
You will
That's one
be
of the things
very
I'm gonna
annoyed.
have.
You will be
Yeah,
because I remember loving Movie Room, you know, still loving Movie Room, but then when that iteration of it was on, you'd start in a bad mood because I'd
yeah,
almost try
exactly.
and miss the intro if I could, but it's very
Yeah,
short. The timing right was
yeah, and he'd have to be working harder to get you back on side then.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fun thing as well to do, by the way, if by because all that stuff is up on YouTube now. So if you're planning to rewatch any films that are on Movie Drop, especially the Alex Cox era, like if you're going to watch, you know, Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia or something, uh, before you before you press play, go onto YouTube, watch the intro, and then press play. It's quite a nice thing to
I
do.
quite like that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that on some films next time.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, good idea.
Anyway,
Yeah, so
so they have to make their way back to Coney Island. All the gangs trying to beat them up. Deborah Van Valkenburg joins them. She's a moll of the shitty
yeah,
orphans gang.
yeah,
So
with
sorry,
her,
they're led by Michael Beck as well.
yeah,
For those of you who have forgotten, Michael Beck was the star of Xanadu and Megaforce.
the fuck is Megaforce?
You remember Megaforce is that Hal Needham like futuristic kind of car chase post nuke thing, which seems to be all shot in a quarry.
I don't think I've seen that.
You've not
I don't
seen
think I've seen Megaforce.
Megaforce?
Hmm.
How could you resist a film called Megaforce.
It obviously wasn't on the shelves when I was doing my
Ah.
rental.
I was on telly a lot.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
I must have switched on Megaforce at some point.
I'm sure if you,
If
yeah,
that was in the Radio Times, I'd be all over that.
yes, yeah. No, I'm sure you must check it out, and it'll probably
Okay.
come flooding back to you.
Yeah, maybe I did see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And James Remar's in it as well, isn't it?
Yes, Dexter's dad.
Dexter's dad being a proper fucking sleazebag.
I've always been a big fan of James Remar.
Yeah.
And he plays Ajax, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is one of those great names, which is, yeah, it's both, it's both from Greek mythology, but is also a toilet cleaner, right?
It is. It's a cleaning product. Market leader at one point.
I wonder, do you think?
I think it was a scouring product, Clive.
Yeah. So is it deliberately named after a character from Greek? So is the original character, is he known for his clean toilets or for scouring things, or?
Well, you know what? I've actually got an answer for this.
Okay.
Right? And it's twofold.
Right.
So Ajax or
one fold at a time, please, Aaron. That's the way I like it, as you know.
So Ajax, or to pronounce it the correct way, Ayas. Right?
Okay. That doesn't sound like a toilet cleaner.
No.
That sounds more like how you get into trouble with the stain in the first place, because it's from Ayas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So anyway, so Ajax in Greek mythology is basically the best fighter apart from Achilles on the Greek side of the Iliad.
Hang on now. Are you saying that Ajax is better than Big Bad Dom?
He did kill all known Trojans dead.
Including Big Bad Dom. I'm going to do that for the rest of the show.
Okay, fine, no problem. So Ajax was basically the strongest Greek.
I see. Okay, right. I got
that makes sense. But also he's a grumpy fucker, right?
Right.
Which you could describe also as being abrasive.
Yes.
And Ajax is an abrasive powder that you mix together with water.
Yes.
The muck off your bathroom.
And in a foul mood because he's cleaning toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you who's a very cheerful toilet cleaner. You'll never guess, Darren, who it is. It's Big Bad Dom.
Well, I'll tell you who's more cheerful than Big Bad Dom.
It's addictive, isn't it? Big Bad Dom.
Is Toilet Duck's quite a cheerful fellow as well, mind?
Toilet Duck. Yes. Of course, named after a famous person in Persian mythology.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Or as I believe it's pronounced, Tule Duch, I think. He
was an agricultural deity initially, was Toilet Duck. And then I think with the passage of, from Samaria to Mesopotamia, Babylon, I think through that passage of civilization, I think he became more associated with maritime concerns.
Right, yes, this makes sense.
But originally, Toilet Duck is agricultural in nature.
Right, so yes, I believe you're right there. Hesiod wrote about that, didn't he? I think.
That's right, yes.
David Hesiod.
That's Dave.
So just ahead of us, just getting cut off here now. All together now, the two of us together. Big Bad Dom.
I won't step on the keyboard.
Well, if Lenny, I'm assuming he watched Warriors and Wonders while on your lap, might time in with something, yeah.
Right, fuck off. Sorry. I don't know if anyone caught that, but Lenny attacked me from below.
It was a vicious attack.
It was.
Taking advantage of you in your prone state.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So
Mm.
so we've sorted out the ancient Greek and toilet products
Yes.
references. Um, and yeah, we're on to the journey now, I suppose, aren't we? You know, we're on to the kind of very episodic
Yeah, I
journey.
mean, yeah, I don't think we have to go over every beat of it, but yeah,
Oh
so
no.
yeah, no, but so it was quite interesting. So yes, as we were supposed to have Ron on, but he's ill, and it was kind of interesting to hear because I don't know if he'd seen either of these before, but certainly he was coming. It seemed to me he was coming at it from a perspective of someone who had or seen it fresh almost
Hmm.
recently. And yes, I can kind of so I was a little bit surprised, I suppose. Like I think The Warriors is still a very fun film, and it's got good
Hmm.
set pieces, and I like the synth score and all that, and it's nice use of the New York subway system, and you know it's late 70s, and you know it's all you know very. But I think I was kind of expecting to like really get into it and like, oh fuck Warriors, I haven't seen this for a while. I'm in for a kind of treat and like,
Hmm.
but I suppose it was a bit more of a milder experience than I kind of remembered it. It's not a full-on kind of exploitation film with like lots of nasty violence or you know, it's
No, and
it's
you know, I remembered it a lot more violent than it is as well.
yeah, it's
It's a very
much
clean
milder than
film.
I
It's very,
thought. Yeah.
yeah, a lot. Yeah. But it doesn't suffer for that, I don't think.
No, no, no. It's still a good film, but yes, it is kind of difficult to rekindle the white hot thrill of it in 79, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing about Warriors as well. It's very much, it's really, really of its time.
Mm,
Although it's a kind of exaggerated 1979.
right.
It's still very, very 1979, isn't it?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Um,
Um, but that's the good. That's a positive. You know, it's a
yes.
real pros and an aspect. This is what we think the problems are in New York in 1979, and these are the cool characters we think you like in 1979.
Yeah. Although, so it's interesting to put it in that. I thought it would still belong in the category of, you know, kind of relevant cult film, but I can see it has, when I wasn't looking, it has sneakily moved into the realm of the cozy, hasn't it, a little bit? And
Yeah,
I can see
with
why young people come into it today. I mean, they would appreciate it in a very different way.
hmm.
It would be cute to them, I think. Oh, look at this cute little gang film from 1979. Like it's
Well,
not, you know,
but the other
apart
the other
from dated certain racial and homophobic slurs that seem edgier now than they did then, if you see what
yeah
I mean.
yeah
Like
yeah yeah
James Rabar calling people faggots all the time, you
yeah
wouldn't get that. And he's not talking about incendiary wood. You know,
no
no.
or savory meat products.
I haven't had a faggot since, well, a long time. I always have a faggot when I come back to
Yeah,
Wales.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You can't get good faggots up here,
no,
but
no.
yeah, back home it's a different breed of faggot.
It is indeed, yes.
By which we are talking about savory meat products.
And gay men.
Yes, okay. Uh, yeah, but the other thing, well, there's two things I want to pick up on there. Number one is I knew it was, or I'd remembered that it was fairly exaggerated, but also quite gritty.
Yeah, it's not as gritty as I remembered it, is it?
But it's a lot camper than I remember it being.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
that's the word, and that I think is what a modern audience is going to pick up on.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Because a
so.
lot of this is actually high cap, right?
Yes.
But what distinguishes it from high camp is that pretty much every character in this is not actually very likable at all.
No, no, that's true.
And I found that very interesting. I was thinking that throughout. It's kind of, who am I meant to root for in this? Obviously, we're rooting for the Warriors because they've got to get through the city. But every fucking one of them is a piece of shit, frankly.
Yes, and as Ron also pointed out, the tension was a lot lower than you kind of expected. It's
and
not,
I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not high tension all the way. No, it's but it still has a little bit of edge. I mean, for instance, things like that policeman chucking one of the warriors in front of a subway train. You know, little things like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely police brutality, and and much the same way as I can't think of an example. Any examples have just gone out of my head. But the police aren't very visible in this. It's like the gangs actually run the streets, isn't it?
Yeah, and when the cops do turn up, they just beat people up, and they're not about keeping the peace, are they? They're just out to cause more trouble. Yeah. The one thing before we move on, I suppose, the one thing that's always quite interesting. So for many, many, many years, there was talk of a Warriors remake, right? And particularly, I think the late Tony Scott was lined up. And I think now, obviously, times have moved on again now, so I'm not quite sure where you would set it now. But I think at the time they were talking about it, I think we're talking early 2000s or something.
Yeah.
The idea was to relocate it from the East Coast to the West Coast and make it a very kind of to make it more in line with something like Boys in the Hood or something like that, and the Warriors,
like a sweltering,
and drive-by shootings, and and I remember thinking that was quite a good, like, because I like a good remake that totally kind of reinvents, and I do like that idea because it's a totally different vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always had a bit of a shame that no one had a crack at doing that version of the Warriors. And I don't know where we are at now with US gang culture. Like, where would you set it now? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. But I think as well is that gang culture, at least from what I see this side of the pond, gang culture just isn't in the zeitgeist at all, like it was in the 90s and 2000s. Or 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sure there's still gang activity, but it's not, like you said, they're not making, kind of big tentpole films about, the gang problem or anything like that.
No, exactly. Yeah, and Spike Lee's making comedies about infiltrating the KKK, which is fucking excellent, by the way. But
I disagree with you, but yes, carry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the difference. That's where we're at, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, so I need
and also the one thing I quite like about the Warriors as well is it's not like the next film we're going to talk about, which is kind of disenfranchised youth. Not that that's particularly prevalent in the next film, but there's no sense of disenfranchisement in these street gangs, street kids. I'm only here because I've got to survive somehow, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's beyond that. Like you said, you're in the area of the mythic and the comic book. So there's no real attempts at backstory, or you don't have someone crying about oh, my parents this or that, and it's just this is the world we're in. It's they could almost be a army trying to find their way. It's the mythic element of it. I think that still kind of works, right? And it might, yeah.
Well, I think I wasn't disappointed with anything.
No, it's just it's moved into a different zone than it used to be in my head. I think is what it is.
Yes, sure, yeah. But again, I think I think if you haven't seen it, I think there's still a lot to recommend because there are very few films that are like this.
No, absolutely. It's yeah. There's not many films
It
like The
just fucking
Warriors. You're
goes
quite
for
right.
it.
Yeah,
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 you know, it's not violent. It's more camp than violent, it turns out.
right.
Um, but yeah, it goes for it. It completely commits. The characters are all, you know, unique, if not likable.
No, they're well drawn thumbnail characters. You know exactly who
Yeah,
each person is, right?
yeah. And it is also very nice seeing Dexter's dad be a total fucking sleazebag.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
James Remar is always
Oh
good.
yeah.
I think I've mentioned this before. I can't remember if I was mentioning it to you or not. Or so, have you ever seen that um Robert Zemeckis film? Is it called What Lies Below?
What like is that the ghost one?
Yeah, the one with Harrison Ford,
And
who,
Michelle Pfeiffer.
yes,
Yeah, and it's something to do with a bat. Does a kid drown in a bath or something? Is that it?
I can't remember, something like that.
Something
But
like
there's
that.
a
Yeah.
bit. So James Remar is in it as a neighbor,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And there's a bit in it which I guess has got to be James Remar ad-libbing, but it's so good that it ends up in the film. So if you're there's something to do with there's this point where Harrison Ford thinks that James Remar strangled his wife or something, and it turns out to be complete bollocks and she's still alive, whatever. And then James Remar is round at Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer's house at like a cocktail party or something, and he's there with his wife. And as Harrison Ford's like, doing the rounds of the room or something, James Remar kind of playfully puts his hands around his wife's neck and goes like that, like teasing him, like, "Oh look, I'm strangling him," and it's brilliant. It's like you can just. I bet he made that up on the spot, but it's so good. It's in the
Cool.
film. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that film's good enough to rewatch, if I'm honest. But
No, but
no,
he. That's the one thing I remember. I think it's probably fine. I mean, Robert Zemeckis rarely makes
yeah,
terrible films, right?
no. I'm
Um,
I'm going with Rob Zemeckis. With Zemeckis, yeah.
yeah, but no, that's not one of his rewatch ones.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
So staying in the summer of 79, um, it's the Wanderers.
yeah.
It's the Wanderers who wander round and round and round and round and round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spoil the end now.
sorry. Yeah. For those who don't know, they wander round and round and round. That's what
Oh,
happens.
Clive, you ruined
Spoiler
it.
alert.
Yes.
Um, yes. So this one, so I remember seeing this very, very, very young. Um, young enough that I seem to remember some of my very first masturbatory fantasies were tied into the Wanderers. It was a mix, I think, of the strip poker scene
Yeah.
and somehow the rocks and cocks thing got in there as well. And I'm not quite sure how that appealed to me.
Surely you're not telling the truth, Clive. Surely you're pulling my plunker.
But yeah, somehow, and then there was another. I just remember there was that, the rocks and cocks thing, and then from somewhere else, I got the idea of, this is very telling, of like a firing squad, but it was women being lined up. But rather than being shot dead, you'd like shoot like a bra off or something like that, like bit by bit.
And that is why you should be institutionalized at
Well,
the
yeah,
first opportunity.
some people would say that.
Yes.
But people say a lot of things.
Yes, true.
Um,
I
mm.
I fucking loved rewatching this.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So anyway, just to finish that, yeah. So I remember seeing it
Yeah,
young, and I was trying to think how I saw it, and I think it must have been in legendary to no one other than me. So the legendary box of so for those who don't, so cable television wasn't really a big thing in the UK like it was in the US, right? However, so it's always been satellite in the UK, isn't it? People
Yeah.
get their own dish back. But I remember early on in the 80s, before everyone had a satellite dish, there were certain communities that got cable, wasn't it? There was like there was
Yeah, if you're a rural community.
there was like a one building with the satellite dish that had everything beamed in, and then you had it via cable. So early Sky subscribers it was basically cable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So my old man worked in the creamery, and other people from as far flung away as the the legendary communities heard only of in songs such as Llandailo, or
Well,
yes, just specks on the horizon. Legends we had heard
yes.
of in in
And so
ballads
and
by
so
troubadours coming through the village.
someone taped it off cable, did they?
Are you trying to shorten my extremely lengthy wordy
We're going
way
on a bit, to be fair.
Well, anyway, so someone in work with my dad had cable, and he would come into work with a big box of videotapes of stuff off cable. And I remember we had our turn because it would go around everyone. So we had our turn of the big bag of tapes, and there was things like Conan the Destroyer and stuff in there. And I reckon the Wanderers must have been in
there. Yeah.
Which is how I ended up seeing it, and why it was part of my pre-pubescent. Yeah. You're looking at that. I can see you looking at you. Lenny's doing something, is he?
Lenny is fucking about with my bread bin. And I don't know why he's after bread. But
cats don't traditionally like bread, do they?
No, and he probably needs to not get a gluten habit. But anyway.
Is there a mouse in your bread bin or something?
Sorry?
Is there a mouse in your bread bin?
Well, I hope not. But anyway, he can stay there for now because I'm not going to disrupt the podcast. But I was momentarily distracted.
I'll be surprised if he pops up next to you on the sofa with a sandwich on a plate. That would be quite impressive.
That would be good, yeah. Ask him why he didn't bring me one.
Little pickle in the top for the toothpick. Anyway,
like a scoop sandwich.
Yeah, so I remember the Wanderers is kind of burned into my brain, and yes, as with you, it was a great pleasure. So you saw it when you were very young as well, did you?
Yeah, I've got a mem. Well, I was the only bit I really remember from the Wanderers is that rock and cockpit.
That is yes.
All I really remember, and I'd smushed it together with Porky's in my memory, so I had forgotten this film existed. And until I switched it on, I'd actually forgotten I'd ever seen it.
Well, because I think you'd mentioned you hadn't seen it, but it turns out you had seen it. And Porky's as well, because you do have you got Tony Gagnos, Meat from Porky's is in this.
Yeah.
And there's a character called Pee-wee, but here played by Linda Manz from Out of the Blue fame.
That's a very different Pee-wee to Porky's.
Yes, I think Linda Manz is really good in this as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think everyone's really good in it.
Yeah. So this is the Bronx, 1963. Yeah. And yes, our main titular gang, the Wanderers, particularly Richie, Ken Wall.
Yeah.
And John Frederick is the other one, the not tough one, right?
Cheeky one, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, with the asshole macho dad at home. And so they're trying to negotiate the Bronx of 63, which includes the rival gang, the Baldies.
The Baldies.
The skinheads, yeah.
Why do they call them the Baldies, then, Clive?
Couldn't figure it out.
No, not me.
No.
But and the leader of the Baldies is that Erlen von Lith, isn't it?
Yes, or as he's credited here, Erland van Lith de Jude,
Oh, I don't know
who
that.
was apparently an amateur wrestler, which makes sense. Died very young as well, I discovered. Like, died in
Oh,
like
really?
his 30s or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would imagine you are familiar with him as I am from.
Stir Crazy.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
He's also
Yeah.
in Alone in the Dark, isn't he? I think he's one of the
Yes. Yeah. Funnily enough,
psychopaths. Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube thing because I was at work and I
Ah,
needed something on in the background. And there's this it's not very good, but it's lovely stuff to have in the background while you're working. It's a thing called the 1980s Project,
okay.
where a dude just watches every single horror film that was
All
released in the
right.
US
Okay.
in the 80s.
Uh-huh. It's
And
probably
he
quite a
does like
lot.
6 hour,
Yeah.
yeah, he does 6 hour videos per
Wow.
year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's hardcore. It's good.
Hmm.
The reviews aren't always great, but
Right.
you occasionally get a nugget on there. And he recently reviewed Alone in the Dark, and there he was on my telly screen. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yes. So I don't know. I wonder what his story is actually. If he was, because he is Dutch, I think. If he was
Hmm.
over here on the wrestling circuit, some talent scout spotted him,
Yeah.
and because yeah, it's he's because he acts pretty much exactly the same as in this as he does in Stir Crazy, and
Yeah,
I
because he's very soft
suspect,
spoken, isn't he?
yeah, and I suspect his range isn't particularly wide,
No.
right?
No, but I just like seeing him.
Yeah, me too.
I just like looking at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something about him.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, but but it's well fucking dodgy because he's with this really fucking tiny little young, presents very, very young girl, isn't he?
Well, I think Linda
What's her
Mans
name?
was very young as well in this. I think she
Well,
is.
I looked her up actually. She was
Yeah,
18. Yeah.
was she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, because she looks a lot, because she's small
Looks
anyway.
like a tiny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
I
yeah,
think,
that's
yeah, especially in his arms, right?
yeah. Yeah.
But oddly enough, the two of them do kind of make an adorable couple, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Because she's continually berating him
Yeah,
and like turning away his advances and
yeah. No,
yeah.
I love Linda Manza. I might even like her in this more than in Out of the Blue, and I'm a big Out of the Blue
Yeah.
fan. But and of
Yeah.
course
Yeah. Yeah.
she doesn't star in this like she does in Out of the Blue. But
No. No.
yeah.
No. Yeah.
But yeah. So
Um.
anyway, you got the Baldies, and obviously you've just got regular trying to get laid, and then you've got yes, much like Porky's. It's fascinating for I think people like us who saw it at a certain point where it was still behavior that was considered somehow acceptable, whereas now I yeah, elbow titting would certainly
Yeah.
not be considered uh, a harmless activity for young men to be getting.
No.
Basically,
Although,
molesting
although
women
it's
on the
probably the
street.
sort of shit I would have done when I was a teenager, had I had the guts to do it.
Right.
In a group of friends, as
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
boyish.
You'd never do it on your own. No.
No, no, no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. But it is sexual assault, and it is wrong.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see it because, yeah, again, I wonder how this plays with it. Because for you and me, we kind of and there's like a montage of big tits and tight sweaters and stuff, which seems like, well, it is objectification. But the thing is, that's what these dudes would have been doing. So
Yeah,
it's authentic.
yeah. It's all in context.
Yeah,
There's nothing inherently dodgy about any part of the Wanderers, really, including the elbow titting, because it's just a
it's in context.
slice of life
Yes,
from the 60s.
yes. But you
You
can't.
know?
I can easily imagine someone nowadays like just not being straight out offended necessarily, but just not it being a barrier for them to get on with this film because they can't
Yeah,
relate to the main characters.
yeah, 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 yeah. And yeah, and it's so. I think this film really fucking succeeds at what it's trying to do, right?
Yeah, I think so as well.
And that is to give you a a weird, at times, slice of just the streets of the Bronx in '63. A little bit exaggerated, but
Right.
I think the characters seem fairly authentic.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
so. So we should mention that based on a novel by Richard Price, which it differs from a little bit. There's like a rape that happens to the Karen Allen character. Oh yeah, Karen
Oh,
Allen's in it as well, by the way.
yeah, yeah,
That's not in the film, which is in the book. Good book. I'm a big fan of Richard Price in general. I mean, he writes fantastic kind of sprawling crime police procedural novels.
yeah.
This is an early one from a very slim kind of paperback. It was a good book, and he was a fan of the film. He said, "Well, this is very different from my book, but I like it." And he's in it as well, very briefly. He's in.
Oh, is he?
He's one of
Yeah.
those kind of low level gangsters in the bowling alley.
Oh, the Hawaiian shirt people.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning, Ken Foree is in it as well, like just
Yes.
after Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice to see him.
Um,
I'd forgotten he was in it.
Yeah, but I think this film, I think, succeeds in a number of ways. So one is just the authenticity of it. I think is, and the earnestness of it. You know, not earnestness, but the kind of sincerity of it, because it's
Yes.
clearly it's a love letter to the '60s as well.
Yes, and it's got that killer kind of soundtrack of hits from the era, and you get
And
Frankie
very
Valli
well
in the Four
used.
Seasons and stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Really well used. You know,
Particularly
very
like hearing,
montagey kind of.
yeah. I'm actually quite a big fan of that. You know, walk like a man, talk
Yeah.
like a man.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, but it's all on point. It's all, and the
Yeah.
music is used incredibly well in it.
I've never actually seen this film, but so I don't know if it's any good or not. But I'm wondering if it would be an interesting set. I guess first half of a double bill, because I'm guessing that's kind of set a little bit just a few years before this. But it'd be interesting to watch Jersey Boys
Oh,
and then The Wanderers.
oh, I don't know.
Well, have you seen Jersey Boys?
No.
I've never seen it, but the thing is, what I forget about it is because I'm thinking of it as the musical, but it is a film about a gang becoming Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and it's directed by Clint Eastwood. So I can't imagine it's overly sentimental, and it's probably because Clint Eastwood knows how to put the film together. To be fair,
yeah, sure, yeah, yeah.
After watching this, I'm kind of in the mood. I've never been in the mood to watch Jersey Boys before, but I kind of am set up for it now. It could be quite interesting.
Yeah. But I think also what this, and we kind of spoke about this with the Warriors, is I think the other thing this film is good at is character.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's not a long time. It doesn't take a long time to establish character, but as soon as it does, you're fucking locked in, and if you know everything about the character you need to, and you're invested. And particularly, actually, the kind of supplementary characters. So it's so who is it now? It's Tony Kalem's dad, isn't it?
Right.
And the Hawaiian shirt mafia.
Yeah. So Tony Kalem's, she's the Ken Wall's kind of girlfriend, right? Before Karen Allen comes out. Oh yeah, that made me. I have to admit, I thought that was hilarious. So Ken Wall gets Tony Kalem knocked up. Tony Kalem was on The Sopranos for a little while later.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Brilliant. When he gets her knocked up, and the father's like, it's basically arranging a shotgun wedding, and he says, "You live in the basement. We got wood paneling."
Yeah.
That made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. But it's just establishing those characters who are clearly fucking gangsters. All his dad's mates are clearly fucking Italian hardnuts.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I just mentioned The Sopranos. It is very much in that world, right? Where it's so part of the wallpaper, you don't even mention it.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing,
and they don't do any crime.
Yeah, well, the other thing as well is it's just on that edge of the characters. It's interesting, they do that balancing act of almost tipping over into caricature, but at the same time you don't doubt for a second the authenticity, as you said.
Yeah.
The only time the film tips over into something else, weirdly. So this is directed by Phil Kaufman as well, we should mention. Again, we're talking about Walter Hill having a good run. I mean, Phil Kaufman, Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake.
Oh yeah.
The Right Stuff, White Dawn,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, he's in the zone. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing I especially coming from him, I was surprised at was, so there's a bit where they go into Ducky Boys territories, the gang, right? The scary gang.
Weird.
It's really strange because it literally becomes a horror film with dry fog, and it's like they've entered like a zombie movie or something.
Yeah.
And whenever the Ducky Boys turns up, they're purely psychopaths. Like
yeah, but also they're made up as when they initially encounter them, because they get lost, don't they? They end up driving down the wrong street.
Yeah.
And they're made up like zombies. They've got like this really pale white makeup on initially, haven't they?
Yeah. And they get a close up of even like other people, like an old woman's face in the windows, and there's like gothic. It's a very peculiar choice, isn't it?
Yeah, but I liked
nothing else in the film signals this. It's the Ducky Boys.
Yeah.
It's very odd, especially coming from Phil Kaufman, because I don't tend to think of Phil Kaufman as a director who kind of mixes it in this way. Like it tends to be something.
No, he's very real.
His films as they have like a solid tone throughout, right?
Yeah.
Like
like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that's got such a grounded,
exactly, and it's
little 70s kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when the pod stuff happens, you buy it because it's it doesn't swerve or So yeah, I'd forgotten the Ducky Boys stuff entirely. My memory of the Wanderers was it just being very authentic, and then that stuff threw me this time. I was quite surprised.
Yeah. And well, the only other time he swerves into the ridiculous is the Wongs.
The what?
So the Wongs.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah, so
this is the Chinese gang, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but they explicitly say, "Oh, these are the Wongs." Every single one of them has got the surname Wong, and there's like 30 of them.
Right.
All called Wong.
Right. Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, no, it's these choices are interesting in and of themselves because the film would work anyway, regardless. You could argue that it would work better without these little excursions. Like, so when the Ducky Boys, so it kind of builds to this American football kind of not tournament, but like this match. Right? Yeah. And that's all well and good, but then when the Ducky Boys, it turns almost apocalyptic and with this slow motion, and that seems very out of left field as well.
Yeah, well, because the mist rolls in as well. Yeah, because wherever the Ducky Boy, you've got fucking mist.
Yeah, it is odd, and I would very much. I don't know if there's a disc with a commentary or something on it.
I would love to hear a commentary about that.
I would like to know what the thinking behind this is.
Yeah.
Because what's interesting is it doesn't derail the film is so entertaining, and just so much fun to watch, and it is a fun film to watch. Like I didn't look at my watch or anything. It's just fun. You could argue it's maybe not the best put together film in terms of it being episodic or something, but it is just so much fun to watch, which is something that's very easy to overlook sometimes when a film is just joy to watch, right? It's so much fun to watch that that stuff doesn't derail it, and it should that stuff should sink it in a way, because you should be thinking, what the fuck now?
Yeah, why is it a horror film now?
Yeah.
And also you have that character, didn't you? You have the character who is basically a turncoat, isn't he? He was in the Wanderers, and then he
Turkey.
wanted to be a baldy. Turkey,
Yes.
yeah.
Alan
And then
Rosenberg, yeah.
Yeah, and he's the one that ends up falling afoul of the I forgot the name. The zombies.
Ducky Boys.
The Ducky Boys. And he's the one that dies.
Right.
Right? And not a lot is fucking made of that afterwards.
No.
It's like you have a little bit of that, there's a little bit of grieving, and then immediately it's on to other business.
Well, then it's on to JFK being shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the very, very end, Bob Dylan turns up to...
Yeah.
I mean, again, should sink the film, really, because it's a bit... Not only is it just... It's not like Inside Llewyn Davis, where it's a surrogate or... No, it's literally a man on stage saying the times they are changing. Like, it's very on the nose. But again, it gets away with it. It gets away with
it. And also that shit now. So in modern films, in films of the last, say, 20 years, you see that shit fucking everywhere in a period drama. Right. Someone will run into fucking, Bob Dylan, or someone will fucking bump into, Ronald Reagan and...
Right.
I'm going to be president one day.
Yes.
Or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking everywhere, but it wasn't back then.
No, it's true. Another thing I would like to say, the bit with Val Avery as a teacher, that whole lesson where he gets basically the Italians and the African Americans to list all the racial slurs. Yeah. Not the best lesson plan ever conceived, is it? Like, I wasn't really surprised when that ended up in a big fight.
Also, given the fact that it's 79 and the fact that there was plenty of that parlance kicking about all the films. Right. It actually ties it up in a nice little bow. You shouldn't go calling people names, because otherwise fights break out. And a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. It's not really that offensive anymore. Because that could have been well offensive for modern years as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
because there's the relish. But the other thing about the film as well, again, not to defend that stuff, but it, again, in context, and this is what some, you'll hear some people who complain about, wokeness or whatever, and usually those people don't have but the one thing they do have a slight point about, I suppose, is in the world of this film, these people are slinging, racial epithets at each other, whatever. But at the end of the day, they're actually not, they're not hating each other because of their race or creed or whatever. They're just in gangs. They're just in gangs. They're in this gang, they're in that gang. It's part of the game. It's part of the turf. There are very few people... Yeah, fighting the ones because the ones aren't the warriors. Yeah, there are very few people who are actually bigoted. The real bigots are usually the older generation, isn't it? And they're fueling it. They're in a way, they could have made a bit more of that in a way, but I suppose that would have been over egg in the pudding. Yeah, so it's the older father figures who are kind of pushing that agenda more, isn't it? And you could see how the kids are just kind of emulating what they've learned to a certain degree. But like a lot of stuff in this film, it's it's a weird mix of, on the one hand, heavy-handedness, and then on the other hand, light things. But then again, I suppose that's also something to do with an interesting thing about being a film fan and watching different films at different ages. It's interesting. There's certain things in this film. The reason that it's like dealt with kid gloves is because maybe in this era you wouldn't have had to push this because it was in the air, but then this other thing you'd have to push because it was less obvious. And now, like 46 years later, it's interesting. Certain things are not as evident, so they seem as if they need to be fleshed out more, where they wouldn't have then. And then other things seem too much because now they're too. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting to see it through the lens of of the, almost 50 years old now, this film, which is fascinating.
Yeah. But again, and I think, but despite sort of what you could describe as rushed characterizations, rushed themes within there, it still remains authentic and quite a rich film to kind of sit back and enjoy, isn't it? Because it's lots of textures in it, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I really enjoyed rewatching this. Quite interesting to note as well that it's made in 79, set in 63, which would be the equivalent of making a film set in 1979 in 1995.
Yeah.
And now making a film about 2009.
Yeah.
Which to me is pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with a young person the other day, and it was quite interesting. And they were telling me, I think it came onto fashions or something, and she was telling me like the history of like talking about fashion in the last 15 years or something. Like, and for me it was mind blowing, because I was like, I understand fashions up until about, I don't know, 2004, and then the last 20 years has just been a monolith of young stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see the nuance.
No. But again,
she did. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I suppose. I mean, I watched a little bit of a tangent, but I watched Hackers.
Oh yes.
The other day
with the parachute pants.
That's it.
A film I remember always quite liking and being kind of fun in a daft way.
Yeah,
I don't know how it plays now.
I liked it when I watched it, but fucking hell, that is, you could only have made that film in that year, or in that sort of 2 or 3 year period.
Made back in the day when Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller were a couple, right?
Yeah, and she gets them out, by the way.
All right, there you go.
Just if you need to know, it's Darren's.
Right.
Darren's encyclopedia.
Yeah. Yes, you're keeping the, what was that?
Bare facts.
Yes, Mr. Skin or whatever it is. Yeah.
But the reason I say that is, and you go back to something like The Matrix, and you look at the technology that they're using to get into the Matrix, and it's like a Motorola flip phone on a modem that big, and
right.
This stuff has been available in the palm of a hand for 20 years, right?
Yeah. That reminds me, they do an interesting thing. Have you seen the new Running Man?
No.
Okay. So they do a kind of interesting thing in the new Running Man where the future technology in the new Running Man is kind of retro what you'd have thought the future would have been in the 80s.
That's quite,
it's quite a nice, it gives it an extra little flavour.
Yeah, and it's definitely the sort of thing that Edgar Wright to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I quite enjoyed the new Running Man. There's a certain suspension of disbelief necessary, but it's I quite enjoyed the new Running Man after it. It's probably the Edgar Wright film I've enjoyed the most since Shaun of the Dead, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen
I don't always get on with it. Like, he's a very, very accomplished filmmaker. Like, fucking knows what he's doing, and he's also a very interesting guy to listen to in like interviews and talk about films and stuff. Like, he knows his stuff. But I don't always get on with his like. It seems a churlish thing to say, because I didn't go out and actually make them. But sometimes he makes films which I think the 15-year-old me dreamed of making.
Yeah.
But he's doing them in his 40s, and you're thinking, come on, grow up a bit and do it. Like the concept of Baby Driver, for example. Did you see Baby Driver?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So very well executed, don't get me wrong. But that's
very good on paper.
Yeah, and it's exactly the kind of film I would have wanted to make when I was 15 or something like that. Like, like he mimes to the music, cool or whatever. And fair play, Edgar Wright has done it, and I haven't done it, and that is a massive gulf.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be nice to see like maybe someone else write a really good script for him, which he directs.
Yeah.
I think would
Yeah,
be.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole like Scott Pilgrim is another whole thing as well, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. I did actually like that. Yeah, so
I
that's
liked
the
it
other
when
one
it
I
came
did
out,
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but again, that's just on the edge of being annoying, but it's not.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't then.
No, I haven't seen it yet. So there we go. Yeah,
They
so
went,
maybe Running
yeah,
Man's my favorite since Scott Pilgrim, then. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, fuck off. Sorry, my cat's going bananas.
Does he have a
Just
sandwich?
me on the hand.
Does he have a sandwich?
He didn't have a sandwich.
All right.
I mean, he should have had a fucking sandwich. He wouldn't have bitten his man who fucking pays for his cat food.
Does he often bite you?
Not often. He bites Geraldine quite a lot.
Oh, really?
But I'm more of a like disciplinarian with Len.
In a playful way, or actually, I'm gonna fuck your shit up, Geraldine way?
No, it's kind of playful, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
If he starts pulling a blade, that's
Yeah, if you've got a shooter, I'm in trouble.
He's got a bloody shooter.
Not a shooter. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, as a slice of life, as a camp in a very different way to the Warriors.
Yes, camp
Kind of,
in the way that historical things naturally become camp sometimes, right? Without you needing to camp it up. It's just
yeah,
yeah.
it's just a fucking pleasure. I'm really glad we ended up back here, to be honest.
Yes, Ron gave us a little bit of input. I think he said he much preferred the Warriors to the Wanderers, which didn't surprise me because I think this is kind of a thing. One of the differences is between me and Ron, for example, and then there's many when it comes to filmmaking. I think Ron is a big fan of consistency of tone. And that's something that doesn't necessarily bother me. Like I'm a bit more easygoing about stuff like that as long as it's entertaining. But he does like a consistency of tone, does our Ron.
Okay. Yeah, I can see.
So I can see why Warriors would have
get on less well with Wanderers then.
Yeah. But for me, I think, I mean, I'm not being down on Warriors, but so prior to rewatching this, The Warriors would have been one of those films like if it had come back into theaters, for instance, here, I'd have been, fuck, I'm going to go see Warriors on the big screen.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if it came out like, well, not next week, because that'd be unfair because I just rewatched it, but let's say it came into a theater like next year or something, or for the 50th anniversary in a few years' time, I might be slightly less excited to get off my ass to go and see the Warriors in the theater.
Yeah, and I think Warriors as well. The Warriors has got a lot more baggage as well, in fairness, than the Wanderers, because the Warriors is sacred to some people, isn't it?
It's certainly a lot more iconic. Yeah.
And I don't want to piss on the Warriors too much because it is a great film.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not sure it deserves as much of its legendary status as it's got. Yeah,
well, I think time has caught up with it or something. Yeah, it's not its spot, right? Whereas if the Wanderers turned up on a big screen and you could see it with a crowd, that would be kind of fun, I think.
Oh, I'd be all over that. Yeah. And I must remember, I keep forgetting to ask Geraldine if she's ever seen The Wanderers, and if she hasn't, we're going to watch it again.
It'll be particularly. Let's try. So hang on now. 1963. So let's say these characters are almost 18. So 45. So 80 years ago. Yeah. Okay. So they're dropping like flies. However, if someone could organize it for the 50th anniversary, few of them still knocking about,
Yeah.
It would be lovely to go and see the Wanderers in a theatre full of old gang members
Oh, wouldn't it? Yeah.
with
Yeah,
their
yeah.
carers and their colostomy bags and everything. A rare day out at the
Yeah.
theatre. That would be
Yeah, that
interesting. Well,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it might be interesting, or they might just all fall asleep.
More likely, probably. Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
I'd like to think they would be inspired to slash some theatre seats one last time or something.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that was. Oh, hang on, no, what are we talking about? I can't fucking wonder the best bit of the show.
Come on, this is what people have been waiting
Yes.
for.
So before we do
long
that,
we've
I
been
would just like
recording.
to, yes, walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man, my son.
So do the thing then.
Right, here we go.
There's a fucking way you're getting this on the screen and you refuse to do it.
No, because we tried it before. Do you remember what happened?
No, because you didn't let me do it. And if you let me do it, I'll put it on the screen.
I think if you remember correctly, Darren, what I did wrong was exactly that. I let you do it. and the words piss up and brewery spring to mind. Right. I'm pressing the random word generator now.
Okay.
And the random word is Murthul. No, it is complication.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's tricky.
Yeah, although I suppose in another way, I mean, lots of films rely on complications.
What relies on complications?
Lots of films rely, the plot relies on some complication.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Could have been worse. Could have been constipation.
Well, it could have been. What could be anything? What if one day it throws out some scientific term? Like, I don't know, fucking osmosis or something.
Well, that's easy. There's that film Osmosis Jones, isn't it?
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, but that's only one. Yeah.
What if it throws out fucking cell membrane or fucking mitochondria or something?
Then we're just going to have to deal with it.
Well, yes.
Yeah. This is the joy. This is the thrill.
This is the tightrope that we walk every day.
Yes. So there we go. We'll go away and think about complication. Although same thing, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine that nuance making a difference to our choice.
No.
But no, very excited to see what you come up with, Darren.
Yeah, I haven't got the fucking vaguest idea at the moment.
No,
but yeah, we'll get that.
This is good.
We'll find a way.
So until next time, we are the heads in the shed.
Aren't we just?
Ta-ta.